Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna and today is a favorites video. This is only things that I love and we're going to be sitting in a new little location because it'll be fun to sit somewhere else while I talk about product and cut away to some demos. So yeah, we're doing a little different today. I got a new viewfinder, so it's made filming a little bit easier in different locations. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just get into the video. So if you want to hear all about my favorite things, only things that I love, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below some stuff that you have been loving this winter, spring season. What is something that has made you happy, made you feel good inside? Just, yeah, anything give you warm and fuzzies. Drop that in the comments. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. Let me know down below and let's share our little special moments together. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to the video. I'm currently surrounded by my little friends here. I have got Lazarus over here, which is my cat. And we've got a little pumpkin behind me, which is my dog. Because I'm sitting on the floor in my living room and we got some nice sunlight coming in. So I thought it'd be just a cool place. I vlog in here. So I was like, why not film in here? And if you see thread all over me, look, I have lint rolled. But that is just the curse of the stitcher. Anyone who does embroidery, cross stitch, sews, you're gonna have thread all over the place, no matter where you go. It's just, you're gonna be coated in it. Pumpkin needs to say hi, of course, before we get into things. Here she is, little Miss Pumpkin. She is very nosy and concerned about what I'm doing in here on the floor, and she needs to be in my lap. We're gonna start with makeup because I have a decent amount of that, and you know, it's kind of my favorite thing anyway. So that's where we're gonna start today. I've got a little basket sitting next to me. It'd be easier if I just stuck to my list. Don't you come drinking my coffee now. Okay, Pumpkin has already taken a drink of my coffee, and then here come the cat. Okay, so we're gonna start with makeup. I got a decent little selection here, pretty much a full face, and I'll cut away to demos of everything. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with complexion and go from there. We're going to start with a primer, and that is one from Milani. That is the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Primer. I've really enjoyed this. It's a really unique product. It comes in this cute little container like this, and you unscrew it. Here's product inside, and it is this, I don't even know how to describe, wet yet kind of powdery, kind of silicone feeling, gel-like product. It is it's a really unique texture, and little boy's playing with his toy behind us. And it comes with a little spatula you scoop it out with. This is made in Korea, so it's very, to me, it feels very K-beauty inspired. But yeah, it has a little spatula, you scoop some out and just smooth it onto the skin. It gives it a nice cooling effect. It has the most unique texture. It gives a nice blurred appearance to the skin. Nothing too insane, like, oh my gosh, where'd my pores go blurred, but a really decent job, and makeup sits so pretty over top, and it definitely enhances wear time. I think it performs really well, and it's been a primer that I've been reaching for quite a bit recently and very much enjoying. This is really cool. If you're looking for a new primer to try out, I like this one a lot. And speaking of kind of complexion steps, getting started with the makeup, I have this one from Natasha Denona. Now, this is a very multi-use product, but I'm going to demo it in a way of using it like a flawless filter and as a highlighter. This is the Natasha Denona Hygiene Skincare Infused Glow Beautifier, and this is a very cool product. Now, on initial application or like initial first impressions, you think, this feels like a ColourPop highlighter. It has that very putty-like texture, and it really kind of makes me think of like a ColourPop highlighter. It definitely has a bit more refined texture. It has a very kind of glass-like look that it gives on the skin. It's really pretty, and it is infused with skincare as well. So I like to use this on the high points of the face and over top as a little bit of a highlight effect. It's very multifunctional in that way. It's very multifunctional in that way, and I think it's just a really lovely product. The packaging also is really nice. It's kind of like metal and has a really nice mirror inside, but you could smear a little bit of this on the eyes, cheeks. It could be a little bit of a one and done, just this very clean girl glass skin effect, or use it for the glam. It has the skincare base in there, so it does function in both ways. And I think it's really cool that it can operate in so many different capacities. Not that you couldn't use like something like a ColourPop highlighter in that way. Just this has a bit more of a, there's no glitters or anything in here. You're not going to worry about any of that. It was truly just a smooth, very wet looking product. And she does have the liquid version as well. Now, speaking of Natasha's, be a little bit of a Natasha heavy video because you know she's like my favorite makeup brand. Her complexion products. And yes, I know she has the new setting powder out I'm really excited about, and the pink corrector. Both of those things are in my cart. There's a new palette coming out or so I'm just kind of waiting for that to come out. I'm just gonna buy it all in one go. Anywho, her complexion products I have fallen in love with. The concealer is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the nicest concealers on the market. There's a reason it's so hyped and it's people's holy grail concealer. It is exceptionally good. It is just a beautiful product. Again, skincare infused. It looks so natural on the skin, and it can be glowy, it can be matte. These are very adjustable products depending what you pair them with, what type of primer you put with them, what type of powder you put over top of them, your skincare, all of that. It's gonna create a very adjustable finish. But inherently, this stuff is very skin-like. It moves with your skin. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey. Like, it feels undetectable on the face. And naturally gives a very pretty hydrated effect, but it's very easy to mattify if you want to. Where a lot of times a natural finish product doesn't always want to be mattified. It wants to go more towards the glowy side of things, especially if you have oily skin like myself. I am 39 with pretty oily skin these days, and I'm having a fun resurgence of acne, and apparently my skin wants to act like I'm a teenager again, and we have acne as well going on as like dealing with like really 40-year-old skin. It's a fun balance. This is one of those concealers and complexion lines in general that can play really well with a multitude of age ranges and skin concerns. Like, these can work absolutely beautifully on mature skin, on youthful skin, whatever. No matter the skin concern or stage of life or whatever, these products seem to adjust and adapt exceptionally well to whatever is going on and whatever is the case. I don't have to think about, oh, am I having a flaky dry day? Am I having a breakout? Is my skin exceptionally oily today? Can I not use my Natasha Denona those days? No. All that matters is to have a good setting powder if it's an oily day. Because some days I wake up, my skin's completely different than it's the day before. I guess this is what perimenopause is like, where your skin just kind of does whatever it wants day to day. I don't know. And Hashimoto's disease. It's just kind of whatever. Anyway, that being said, the concealer moves with your skin. It doesn't want to settle into the fine lines. It has a very, just something so adaptive about it that it just wants to flow with you and not fight against you. It has a very adjustable coverage level and adjustable finish. It's a crowd-pleasing product. I understand that these are pricier items, and if I can eventually come up with some dupe-esque products, I will definitely make a video about that, because I have been keeping my eye out for such things. Anyway, concealer is an exceptional concealer. The foundation is, again, an exceptional product. Also, just beautiful packaging as well. But what's special about the foundation is, again, it has that adjustable finish, adjustable coverage, extensive shade ranges and undertones within all her stuff as well. You can mattify it, you can make it glowy. It moves with your skin. It feels like it has skincare in it without making your skin feel oily, or my skin feel oily. Whereas I use a lot of foundations, particularly recently, that are very, skincare forward and serum infused. And what happens is they just make me so oily at the end of the day that they don't hang around. They just immediately want to melt. This, all I have to do is set it down and I am good to go. And I don't feel like I have product on the skin, yet my skin feels hydrated and it looks like I did good skincare without the excessive feel of product and potential to melt, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's, again, I think a crowd-pleasing product, and it is also infused with a considerable amount of skincare. They are above industry standards on their skincare, and to me, they're rather cutting-edge type of products. They are very innovative. They're different. They're unique. There's not something quite like this on the market formulation-wise. You might could find something that can emulate the finish to some extent, maybe perfectly on your skin, because it's all going to be subjective to your skin and your personal preferences and all of that. Now, I think you could probably find something that's going to look close to this on the skin, but to get the formulation and just what makes this special, I haven't come across it at the drugstore yet. And believe me, I'm trying. I am trying to find something that is similar that I can recommend to you guys, because I understand the price point is up there, and I want to be able to recommend something for every budget as well. But anyway, I think the foundation is one of those exceptional products that I'm more than happy to make the exception for, with a high-end price point, which is not always the case. For the most part, a foundation at the drugstore, there are so many now and so many beautiful options. You don't have to spend high-end price points for complexion products. Like, I mean, Elf makes some of the most beautiful complexion products, and Wet n Wild. So you don't have to break the bank. But occasionally, every now and then, there is something that is very special that is a high-end product, and this is one of them to me. And again, amazing shade range. Now, something for the complexion that I think you could probably do without, but I still think it's a very pretty product and really nice, is the pressed powder, which can double as a foundation. Now, this one on me does have the tendency to go a little bit glowier throughout the day than sooner rather than later. Whereas if I just use a normal setting powder, I don't have that issue. However, I love using this to add in that additional coverage where I need it, especially if I feel like after I've done my makeup, I'm like, ooh, I got some redness peeping through, some breakout or something. This is a wonderful product to go in after the fact and kind of airbrush things away if you need to. And I really enjoy the formulation of it. It's very soft. If you're a drier skin type that is looking for a powder foundation that you can use, or more mature skin, this one would be really nice because it is, again, skincare infused. It's not a drying powder. It's mattifying without being drying. And it blurs the skin beautifully. It offers some gorgeous blurring effects. And I like to apply it with a brush. And if I need to, if I want to like touch up or something, it does come with a wonderful little sponge here. It's a beautiful compact as well. It's a lovely powder / powder foundation product. And again, this does move with the skin really well because it doesn't have that drying feel to it. It helps set down the makeup and add additional coverage without feeling cakey or heavy. It moves with the skin really well. If you're looking for a really refined foundation powder and you happen to maybe be a little bit on the drier side, this one's going to perform really well for you. If you're exceptionally oily, I don't think this is the gonna be the one, because I do feel like it gets a little bit glowier on me throughout the day. Now, if I combine it with a setting powder, we're good to go. It does have that kind of multitasking ability where it can be more full coverage or a sheer application. You can use it to kind of set down the makeup and as a powder foundation. Speaking of a drugstore complexion product, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. As an oily girl, I love this. I think this is a beautiful skin tint. It offers some glow, but it's not an insane amount of glow that's unflattering. To me, it doesn't really emphasize texture. Now, if you have an exceptional amount of texture, a lot of texture, it might. If that is something you struggle with, you might not like this one because it does offer a bit of glow. But I think with proper primer, setting powder, this can look beautiful on a multitude of skin types. And like I said, I'm pretty oily, and I think this looks really pretty on my skin. It wears surprisingly well. Like, yeah, it's gonna get glowier and dewier throughout the day, but it doesn't break down on me and patch off like a lot of glowy foundations do. This one has really surprisingly good wear time, and it's very easy to work with. It also has an SPF in it, a mineral SPF of 50, which mineral SPF, not a chemical one, so I can actually use this. My skin is incredibly sensitive, highly allergic or whatever to SPFs. Even some mineral ones do bother me. Very picky skin when it comes to that, and this doesn't bother my skin at all, and it just looks really, really pretty. I think this with a little bit of a mattifying powder in the T-zone is so pretty. It's gonna be great for summer. It offers that extra SPF. I wouldn't rely solely on this as my SPF because you would have to put on so much product. But as a foundation skin tint that's gonna give a little extra protection from the sun, this is great. I've brought this with me traveling. It did wonderful. It's something I can actually just apply with my fingers, work into the skin for nice coverage, or you can build up and get a pretty decent, nearly full coverage with this. But the more you build it, of course, the more it's going to build up on the skin and kind of get a little bit on the tacky side. So this is something I would just recommend. Less is more, kind of an everyday, easy product that you don't want to have to think about. And you don't need the full coverage. You just need a little evening out. This is going to be wonderful for that. And I think it has a really surprisingly good wear time. Surprisingly well on my oily skin. So I'm really loving the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. e.l.f. has done so good with complexion these last few years. They have really been knocking it out of the park. Between them and Wet n Wild, they have been really my favorites when it comes to complexion at the drugstore. Okay, and speaking of affordable, Wet n Wild again. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder in the soft pink shade. Look, I have raved and raved about this. This is such a, first of all, a good value. You're getting a ton of product in here, where a lot of these powders recently that have launched are very small. Half the size. I think we're seeing some shrinkflation with these recently. With the more recent loose powder launches, they have been in considerably small containers as of late. So this one, you're getting a decent amount of product for Wet n Wild prices. This is going to come in around the $5 price point. Don't quote me, I'll have it on the screen. Affordable, and you're getting a ton of product. It outperforms a lot of my high-end powders and other drugstore powders. This has got to be like one of the top performing ones. It locks my makeup in. When I'm using this powder, I have incredible longevity with my foundation. The shade is just brightening enough. It really just more blends with my skin tone really well. It doesn't look like crazy pink or anything like that. It just kind of works on me, but it will absolutely make my pores disappear and have the longest wearing makeup day. It works beautifully with everything I have tried it with, and it is the #1 pink powder in my opinion, and just #1 loose setting powder in my out of all the ones I've tried. This one really still holds that #1 spot. And if you're not a fan of the pink powder, this does come in a translucent. They can lean a little bit more on the banana side of things, and they have a banana option, which is really nice for the deeper skin tones. So they kind of got you covered there. Ton of product, really great price point. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder really is a outstanding powder. Now I will say the marketing on this is a little bit confusing because on the website, when you read the copy, it speaks about it like it's going to be a glowy product. It is not. It is a mattifying, very mattifying powder. There's no shimmer in here. There's no glow whatsoever. I don't know why they describe it the way they do and what powder they're talking about, because it's not this. Just bear that in mind. But this is a very finely milled, soft, mattifying pink powder that gives incredible longevity to your makeup. Now, I'm curious to see if that new Natasha Denona one will outperform it. That will be like the ultimate test for it, because everything has got to beat out. Any powder I try has got to beat this. And it's such a well-rounded good powder, like, because you got price point, you got amount of product, you got performance and quality. Like, it's hard to beat overall. Like, there's some that perform comparably or look just as nice on the skin, but the price point is way off and you're getting like a quarter of the product. So there's that. I do have a ranking of a lot of my pink powders I've tried, and I've tried a lot more since, in fact, and this one is still the #1. Burning up. I'm sitting in the sun, so now I'm like, oh. Next up, let's talk about some blush, because I've got a little stack here of some blushes to talk about. Now, 3 of these are from Natasha Denona, and I'm just going to kind of lump the majority of them together, like these 2, in this type of packaging. The trios, I have the My Dream Cheek Trio and the Berry Pop Trio. These include a highlighter, a cream product, and kind of a cream to powder blush. Beautiful quality, beautiful colors, great performance. I love the My Dream one. It is that perfect rosy, neutral type of color that works with everything. It's a very, almost like a nude type of blush in that respect. Like it's not going to conflict with whatever eyeshadow or lipstick you have. It's just going to work. It's a very easy to use blush. It's the blush for somebody who doesn't want blush that screams blush. And the texture of the cream to powder blush, it's so super silky and soft. It just has a really beautiful slip to it. The center cream product has this insane mirror-like glow. Looks very wet, and then you can top it with the powder that is gorgeous. And this almost feels like a cream too. It has a bit of a cream to powder feel as well, and again, super pretty. This is a lovely product. I love these kind of colors. So yeah, just a big fan of that overall, and have been really loving it. And I wanted to mention the Berry Pop one because I think the colors are really pretty. This one to me feels a little bit more fall winter, so I haven't gotten to get my little hands in it quite as much as the My Dream one, but it is so pretty. Again, you have the same type of textures where it's this really silky cream to powder finish, beautiful berry shade. If you are a fan of a pinky berry blush, this is where it's at. I enjoy those. I really like those. I would love to see more of those come out in the future, but she has also put out her high blushes that look like this, and she has new shades of these as well. There is one that I think is called like nude something, and I know it's probably going to be just like the My Dream blush color, but oh, I'm real tempted by it. And she has a gorgeous like lilac purple shade. But anyway, I have Fresh Mauve, which is one of those tricky shades that you think mauve, that's gonna be like super cool tone, right? Wrong. It's like a warm rose is really how I would describe this. It has a warm rose quality to it. On one side you have the cream to powder blush, and then a glowy, almost blush topper shade. and like in a corresponding color. I don't know how well my swatches are going to show in here, so I can't really see that well what I'm doing. But yeah, this is a really pretty color. And again, it's one of those that's going to work with so many different eye looks and makeup looks and not compete. But yeah, I had a really hard time like picking a shade from the range. And now there's like a couple more that I'm like, ooh, I really want them. Do I need more blush? Absolutely not. I just kind of have a little fixation on blush lately. I don't know what that is, but I'm like, I can't stop with the blushes. Anyways, I like the high blushes a lot. I like the packaging. I think it's really cute, really sleek, and I like and what I have on my face today, which has been a blush that I've just fallen in love with. Again, another one of those warm mauve colors. This is from Bare Minerals. This is their bronzer shade in Kiss of Mauve. This is just gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It's a warm kind of toasty mauve, like that warm rosy type color with a cool sheen in it, like a bluish almost cool sheen to it. It is such a unique color. Like I don't know if the camera can do it justice. It is a unique shade. It has the mauve base with this warm yet cool sheen happening. It is so pretty. It gives a really beautiful flush of warmth to the skin. Definitely is a blush, not really a bronzer, but it's really fun to apply it kind of in a bronzer fashion just because it offers so much beautiful warmth to the skin. These are great for fair skin. If you are not someone who's a fan of just straight up bronzer, you like a blush that can kind of mimic the hint of bronze, but mainly you're a blush girl. This one, this Kiss of Mauve, is a beautiful option, and it's just a very unique color. I have not come across a blush like this at the drugstore, like that dupes it. I've been hunting for that as well, just so I can point it out, but there's something very special about this color, and I think it is so pretty. And I love, love, love pairing it up with this lipstick from Revlon, Super Lustrous, and Gold Pearl Plum. It is this blush in a lipstick. It is so cool. Like, how did they do that? I don't know, but it is literally that blush in a lipstick, and it is so pretty. It has the same kind of sheen going on, the same type of base. It is just very cool, like a very, very cool combo. These two together, a dream team, and I have loved pairing them up. That has been something that I've reached for a ton throughout the winter months, and I keep wanting to reach for it into the spring because I think it's just such a pretty pairing. Now, jumping over to eyes, I have the Sculpt, Texture, and Tone palettes from Natasha Denona. I know these are quite pricey, but I think they're so pretty, especially if you're a working makeup artist. These are gonna be great for your kit. You have a wonderful selection of shades, primarily matte finishes, but there's some shimmer finishes in here as well, and some cream to powder finishes that are very silky and slippy and easy to work with. What you have here is a soft version and a dramatic version. The soft one is a primarily matte palette. There's a couple of shimmers in here, but it is just these beautiful, soft, very natural shades. Aside from, of course, you have some really dark liner type shades on the end, but these are all shades inspired by Natasha's system of complexion system, like her concealers and foundations. It's all based on the foundation shades that she has, and I think that is such a cool idea. What makes these special though is that you have all these various undertones in one palette that makes it really nice if you are doing makeup on other people and clients, because you have all these shades to work with that are gonna flow with their skin tone and their undertone. That being said, you don't have to stick to that. Obviously, I bounce around throughout the whole palette, use whatever colors suit my vibe for that day, that's definitely something you can do with it. It's just really nice having all those neutral shades. That's what I'm looking for, neutrals in a palette. And again, this is the soft version. You also can get the dramatic version, which Emily Noel described this as a dark academia palette back when it came out, and I was like, girl, you nailed it. It absolutely is. And I bought this originally and ended up loving it so much that I got the soft version as well, and have found myself actually using the soft version way more than I expected, because it's such an easy, just kind of, you can do those very nothing sculpted looks that aren't screaming eyeshadow with this. But the dramatic palette, I mean, look at these colors. How beautiful is that? And you have a fantastic row of shimmers in this one as well. And just this rich warmth going on in here, and cozy, toasty, my kind of shades. I just love it, and I think the quality is exceptional with these. They are beautiful palettes. Now, do I think everyone's gonna love both palettes? Probably not. It's gonna come down to personal preference. I know that, for example, if you are a deeper skin tone, the soft palette is just not gonna work for you. And I'd say I would go ahead and skip it and go with the dramatic palette, because the soft palette is very soft. Like, there's not a lot of depth and richness in here outside of a few shades and these beautiful liner shades. Both of these are very beautiful. I would love to see maybe like some curated, maybe like 6-pan eyeshadow palettes of just the undertones together. I think that could be a really cool option and a way to cater to a very specific need for the consumer. But I do like the palettes themselves, and they're a bit smaller and more sleek than her other palettes, and have a bit more of like a professional look to them. So it makes me think these were geared towards working makeup artists rather than just the everyday consumer. But for me personally, they have a place in my makeup life, because I like to sit here and play and paint with eyeshadow and use all these different colors and blend. It's fun to me, but I don't think everybody is gonna want or need these palettes, but I very much enjoy them. Cali Ray Compel or High Water. I understand the hype behind this mascara. Wow, it gives volume, it gives length, it doesn't look like spider lashes, and the wear time is insanely good. Like, insanely good. I can cry, and this is not going anywhere. I wore this on multiple retreats now, or a convention and a retreat. Hot, sweaty, walking around, busy days, tears, all the things, and these held up beautifully. So I have got it in the new brown shade and in the regular black shade as well, in the mini, because I wanted a mini for travel, and why not have it in black as well? It's so good. These are so good, exceptionally good. Best tubing mascara that I have tried by far, and I've tried my fair share of tubing mascaras. These take the cake for me, and I've not had anything that has compared to them yet at the drugstore. I do know there's a couple more tubing mascaras that have been launched recently that I'm going to need to try out and see how they stack up. These have set the bar so high, I don't know how we can compete. So recently I've kind of changed up my brow routine and been doing something a little bit different, and that is using just a brow mousse and this brow pen from L'Oreal. So the brow mousse is from Milani, is specifically the Milani one, the Stay Put brow mousse. I switch between two shades depending on how fresh my hair color is and if I've tinted my brows or whatever. So I switch between these two colors here that I cannot see because I don't have my glasses on. These are a really nice moussey product that offers hold as well. It kind of volumizes the brow a little bit, makes them look a little thicker, a little fuller. It can kind of fill in some gaps here and there, and if you have a little bit of a fuller brow than me, this could be your one and done. My brows are I have a lot of like bald patches in them, so I have to kind of fill in and kind of help them out a bit. On days where I'm just really not that concerned, these have been my one and done, and I think they perform really well. They're not crumbly, they don't make a mess. Just make sure you clean your spoolie off, especially if the product's new. It's a really nice formulation. It has replaced my e.l.f. Wow Brow, which was like my holy grail brow gel, and it has also replaced using like one that has hold, like a clear brow gel, because these offer the hold and the volumizing and the color that I need in my brows, because I do have some grays in my brow, and I have very like bleached, kind of washed out brow hairs, especially if I get in the sun. They just immediately like turn my skin tone, and half my brows are already like skin tone clear like white hairs anyway. So yeah, I have just very light brow hair, except for like right at the front. So I like to have a brow gel that I can go ahead and kind of fill in and find all those hairs and color them, so I can do less with a brow pen, and I don't have to keep up with my brow tint as much, because look, brow tint doesn't last very long, and it's a pain in the butt to do sometimes, especially you just don't want to fool with it. These are really nice. I love them. And this little brow pen, this is the L'Oreal Faux Brow. Now, I've tried a few brow pens on the market. I loved the NYX one, loved it. The e.l.f. one sucks, by the way, don't fool with it. Yeah, I was sold on the NYX one until I tried this guy. This one has a really interesting end. It has like a little fork situation of just two little forks, and it fills in the finest little hair strokes. It does such a good job. It has really good wear time. It's easy to use. With a little bit of practice, it's easy to use. I love it. This is my favorite one. This is the holy grail one so far. It's taken the place of all the others I've tried. My other favorite one is the Build-A-Brow from Maybelline. But something about this one with the little dual things, it works so well. I was really surprised because I didn't think it was gonna work quite as well as it does. And yeah, and I've had this for probably at least 6 months now, and it's still going strong and performing really well. It seems like there's still a lot of product in here, so it's outlasted a lot of the brow pens I've used also, so that's really cool. And last thing for eyes is this Maybelline Sculpt Sticks with an X. This is such a neat little product. I wanted to include it because I've really been enjoying it. I have it in the shade Mocha Contour. This has a really unique kind of cut to it. The angle I really like. You can make the most precise, perfect little wing with this guy and get right in there and do all the detail stuff you want to do. And it blends so smooth and beautifully. And you have got this wonderful little liner brush on the end that is actually functional and works really well. Like when this is used up, I might keep this just for this little brush and throw it like in my makeup bag in my purse, just because sometimes you need a liner brush. It is actually an effective, really good liner brush. And I like the colors this comes in. They have some unique kind of soft brown shades and a classic black and brown shade. It is not a long wear eyeliner. It's not going to set down and lock in, so do keep that in mind. It is more of a traditional eyeliner texture. My cat is having a Bagagua moment. He's got the zoomies. It's a really nice little eyeliner, and I really enjoy it. I like the cut of the end of it. It reminds me of the brow blade from NYX in that way. And yeah, it's just a really pretty soft brown color, the Mocha Mousse one, and it's something that's really nice for day to day. Milani lip liners, the new ones from them, the Keep It Full plumping lip liners. I love these. I've got the whole collection. Thanks to Milani, they did send these to me. And I have a swatch video. I'll link over here or over here, one of them sides. These are so good. These are so good. They lock in. they wear a really long time. They kind of have a bit of a dry down to them, yet they're super creamy and easy to apply to begin with. They come in some beautiful, beautiful shades. And what makes them also kind of unique is they offer a plumping effect that you will feel. They are spicy, they are tingly, you're gonna feel it. But I kind of like that in a lip product. I don't mind the burn or tingle or whatever. I enjoy it. I like plumping lip products. And a plumping lip liner I think is a really cool concept. I think NYX has something like that as well. But yeah, the shades are really pretty. They wear really well. Today I have on the shade Over the Top with Gold Pearl Plum. These are great. Now, I just do want to warn you is that the end here, don't put the cap on the end because this part breaks off and it will get stuck in the cap, which is why this one has a cap from a different pencil. And that has a little cat tail. Right there. Yep. Little cat tail. It's his little nubby tail. Because it was injured, huh? So he's got a nubby tail. Oh, you gonna get me? You gonna get me? He's being a mischievous boy. He's just a mischievous boy. Oh my goodness. That's why this one has a different cap. So just be mindful of that. Look, I went ahead and broke them off on some of these that I was going to be using just so I wouldn't accidentally stick the cap on the end and break it off inside it. So just go ahead and snap that little end right off of there because it's just glued on. And it is going to come off in the cap. So there's that. And look how easily like it comes off. Like this is the last one. Barely touch it because it's just glued. The glue just doesn't hold on it. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Otherwise, I think these are wonderful. Wonderful lip liners. Big fan. Big fan. And I like the shades. And next up is the Fruit Fetish lip oils. I have been using these like crazy. They sent me the whole range of these as well. Look, I don't know why Milani sends me stuff, but they send me stuff and I'm just like, thank you so much. This is so cool. I love the Fruit Fetish lip oils. These are so nice. They're juicy. They don't immediately disappear. They're not like an oil, but they're not a gloss either. They're somewhere in between. They have wonderful, wonderful flavors. They're really cool and they have some beautiful shades. So today I am wearing one of my favorites, which is Lychee Nectar. I've reached for this one so much. And I also have got Blackberry Agave in my hand. I like that one a lot. And then we have the Luminoso one. Every one of them is nice and just it depends on what kind of flavor you like. And some are more sheer where there's not really any color. Some actually have a decent, good bit of color payoff. It's a nice variety throughout the collection. It's just, they're fun and yeah, I like them. I like the big doe foot that they have. Chunky Monkey doe foot. And they're just, they feel really good. I love all the flavors they've come out with. Really. All right, so I had to grab a chair because my hips and my legs were killing me sitting on the floor. So anyway, let's talk about some hair care real quick and then we'll go over some skincare. For hair care, two things that I have been loving. Both are from Tresemme from their A-List collection. These are so good. First of all, the Dry Texture Spray is a complete and total dupe of the Bumble and Bumble Dry Texture Spray that we all know and love that costs an arm and a leg and it's ridiculous price point for what it is. Here we go. Here we go from the drugstore from Tresemme. It works perfect. It does a great job and I love it. I love it. These are heavily fragranced. So if that bothers you, keep that in mind. But it's a really good dupe. Like super good dupe. Then there's the Workable Hairspray, which is really, really lovely. You've got this twist situation up here at the top where it goes from a strong hold to a light hold. I think it just changes the way it mists out to where it's a finer mist for the light hold and more product comes out for the stronger hold. Either way, it works great and I'm a big fan of it as well. Again, heavily fragranced, but it's a really nice fragrance. With the stuff, they also have got they've got like a complete line to go with this of hair perfume and at least two different fragrances. They've got one of those sticks to like help slick your hair back. I did pick that up. I need to play with it more and get to know it because I've never used anything like that. So it's kind of a new type of product for me. As far as these two go, love them. Love them. If you don't mind fragrance, and these are phenomenal. Let's talk about a little bit of skincare. First up, I want to talk about the Inky List. I have a couple of things from them. This is a very affordable brand that you can get at Sephora and Ulta. I've got their Hydrating Cream to Milk Cleanser. This is a transforming daily cleanser to gently remove makeup and impurities. This is one of the most gentle cleansers I have tried, yet effective. It actually removes your makeup without feeling like it's stripping your skin. It's very nourishing and very comforting. I really, really like this. I think it's a great cleanser. This and their the oatmeal double cleansing balm. Oh, so good. I'm really enjoying the cleansers from Inky List. I think that might be like my favorite thing that they make is the cleansing products. Next to their retinol. This is their advanced retinol serum. I've been using this at night and I think this is a very effective, very nice, super affordable retinol. And this is meant to smooth wrinkles, brighten dark spots, all the things that retinol does. And like I mentioned that I'm in that little phase of life where I'm still dealing with acne, but I'm also wanting to do some preventative aging steps. And retinol, of course, is still the number one thing for all of that. And retinol treats acne really well and congested skin, which is what I have, in oily skin. So this has been a really, really nice retinol option that is super affordable. Inky List is a great brand and their stuff is at a great price point and fairly clean ingredient decks. Like as far as like irritants and stuff goes, you can definitely do good with their products. Like I don't think there's like a ton of fragrance or anything in their stuff. The Ordinary, also a very affordable brand that you can get at Ulta and Sephora, which I know it's odd for Sephora to carry super affordable skincare, but they do. I've been trying some stuff from them and using it and incorporating it. Now I did disagree bigly with their niacinamide serum. It might have been what spurred on this insane acne mishap that I had recently where, whoa, it was bad. I haven't had a breakout like that probably since I was in high school. Like it was bad. And that was the only, me and niacinamide, like straight niacinamide, don't always agree. Like if it's in a foundation or in with other skincare, it's usually a fairly low amount. It doesn't bother me. But this was a very concentrated amount and it didn't go well. However, some things from The Ordinary that I'm enjoying is their multi antioxidant radiance serum. This is kind of like, you know, like a vitamin C serum. Great price point. It's doing a great job. I've been using it for a while now. It hasn't gone off on me yet. It doesn't smell funny or anything, which is usually the case with the vitamin C products. This one's doing great and I'm very much enjoying it. I think it's a good price point and a really nice serum. If you're a vitamin C fan or like an antioxidant type serum fan, girl, The Ordinary's got you covered there. And I've also been trying out this one. This is one of their newer serums. This is the GF15 solution. I'm going to put on the screen all the details about this because it's kind of a lot. This is a really, really innovative, cool product for a really good price point. And it's really cool that they have come out with something like this that is really innovative and different and effective. It's quite effective, and I think this is a really good serum that I've been enjoying using. I am going to update you a little bit more on this one in the future when I've used it a bit more, because I just started reincorporating it back into the skincare routine, and I want to, before I give you like a firm review of it, use it a bit more. But so far I've been loving it. And also from The Ordinary, I have the multi-active delivery essence, which is just a really nice way to kind of get your skincare started. Again, good price point on this one. And this is a hydrating essence that's going to help your skincare penetrate a little bit better. I basically treat this like a toner. I've been using it every morning with my daytime skincare, and it's done really well. My skin seems to like it. It really is kind of gives some nice hydration as well. I noticed that immediately. It's like, ooh, my skin feels kind of awake and hydrated and happy. All of my skincare has been playing well with it. And it's just a really nice step if you're looking to try out an essence that isn't gonna break the bank. Here you go. This is a really good one. And we're gonna jump to the other extreme, whereas the Inky List was super affordable and the Ordinary is affordable. We got at the other end of the spectrum here, Clarins. I love Clarins. I think they make wonderful skincare. They're up there, Clarins and Shiseido, Dr. Barbara Sturm. Those are like some of my favorite, real like legit favorite skincare brands. And Clarins has sent me these recently and I have just been loving them. This is their day and night little duo here. This is the Extra Firming Energy Day Cream with Collagen and the Extra Firming Night Cream with Collagen. These are wonderful. Like really good. The night cream is super duper hydrating and rich and cushion, all the things you need a night cream to be. Whereas the daytime cream, it is hydrating. It does all the good things, but it doesn't leave your skin feeling greasy at all. It doesn't contribute to oiliness. It's really good if you have oily skin. It's a good daytime cream, truly is. And it kind of gives a nice tightening, firming effect is what these are meant to do. Yeah, I've been really enjoying these. I think they're a great skincare option. If they're in your budget, they're really good. You can get sales with the Clarins and discounts. You just kind of gotta keep your eyes peeled on the interwebs. These are also refillable, so you can save some money down the road. Buying the refills, they're going to be a little bit cheaper as well. So on top of the skincare being really exceptional, they're also moving towards a more sustainable side of things with everything being refillable. Really nice components also. Same with their eye cream. I have the Total Lift eye cream. This is refillable as well. And this is a retinol-like technology that is meant to lift and do all the good things to the under eyes and eye area. This one's really great for daytime because it is very thin. It soaks into the skin quickly and hydrates without creating a greasy layer or anything like that that's going to interfere with your makeup. Cosmetically graceful. Same with the day cream. Cosmetically graceful, and the night cream super duper hydrating. Now they're a bit more on the pricey side compared to the Ordinary and Inky List, but I like them. And I have one more thing for hair that I want to mention. It is this hair pick. This is from Dollar Tree. This is one of the nicest hair picks that I've picked up. I love this dual layer action here. I can get right into my roots and really get them good and fluffed up. And I can actually like brush my hair out a little bit with this too and detangle. This is a really really nice hair pick, and I've been loving. I've bought backups because that's how much I like it to have it in other rooms. Yeah, if you have thicker hair, curly hair, this is really good, and it is $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Really nice hair pick, like really good quality. And yeah, I've seen hair picks upwards like in the 20s, the $30 range. $1.25 for a wonderful hair pick. Yeah, Dollar Tree coming through. I've got me a little bit of a Dollar Tree fixation these days. Now, Bath and Body. I got a couple of things to mention there, nothing too crazy. The Super Serum stuff from Olay. I have been using the body wash. I think I'm on my third body wash now. And I'm getting the one that's just for normal skin because I really like the fragrance of it. They have different ones for different skin needs now, like quite a few options. I like the one just for normal skin because I think it smells really good, and they do have different fragrances. But yeah, when I use this, my skin does feel more hydrated and smooth. It definitely does what it claims to do. And yeah, I really like this body wash. So this has a serum complex in it with niacinamide, BHA, collagen, peptide, vitamin C, and vitamin E. And I think it really does actually contribute to having more luminous, healthy looking body skin. Like, it's really nice. And they also have a body butter, which I haven't got my hands on yet, but I did get the lotion. And the lotion has the same beautiful fragrance. And it has the niacinamide, AHA, collagen peptide, vitamin C, vitamin E. And yeah, I really, really like this. And you get a ton of product. Like this is a lot. This is a heavy thing. It's going to take me forever to get through this, but this is a super hydrating lotion. Really makes the skin feel soft, and it doesn't sit on top of the skin. It soaks in, absorbs really well, which I personally like that. I don't like to feel lotions and stuff on my skin throughout the day. It feels sticky, and I'm in a very humid climate. It doesn't feel good. So this is really nice for my climate and for what I like for my skin, because my body skin actually does tend to be a little bit more on the drier side, like my arms and legs do, whereas like my torso, chest, back, and face and all that want to be really oily. My arms and legs are drier, and this does a great job at hydrating and just making my skin feel a bit smoother. It does help with that kind of KP stuff going on and like rough, bumpy skin. Definitely has felt much smoother since I started using those. So yeah, they're great. I really like the fragrance of them. And I look forward to seeing more stuff from the Super Serum line. I know that, you know, they've got the face cream. I think they just put out cleanser for the face. They have the body butter, and I think I saw some like more stuff maybe coming out. We'll see, because I really enjoy the formulations of those. They feel very elevated and luxurious. Girl, let's talk about TV. Let's talk about entertainment. So since the year started, I've had a lot of downtime between dental issues, COVID, what else was it? I had a cold in there, and just generally just being tired because I've also done a lot of traveling in there. So in between all these things, I've had a lot of downtime, and that's why videos have been spotty, by the way. Look, this year got off to a start, okay? Anyway, I've had a lot of downtime that I've needed to just for recovery, and haven't really been able to like do much else but like watch TV or something, because I was either super sick or in so much pain. You know, just kind of always something. During the worst of it, where I was having a really bad toothache and root canal and just misery, I rediscovered Downton Abbey and just fell back in love with that universe. I watched all of it and the movies, and just I sat there, worked on my embroidery, like practiced embroidery, and zoned out with my comfort shows with some ice cream while I was healing from a few dental procedures. And yeah, it was much needed to have that little world to kind of transport into. And wow, I forgot how good that show was. I want to go back and watch it again. That's how much I loved it, that like I feel a craving to go back and just rewatch it all over again. But in a similar vein, I kind of got real into like the period dramas. And another one that I watched was The Nick with Clive Owen. And it is set about turn of the century in, I think, a fictional hospital called the Knickerbocker. And it's kind of based on like an amalgamation of surgeons and stuff at the time that were working on kind of more innovative, cutting edge procedures that were a little ethically iffy, but you know, science stuff happening. And it was a really cool show. Like it was, I'm not going to spoil it for you or anything, but it was I think a really cool show, well written. It's kind of a limited series. Like there's only like 2 seasons, and it's meant to end there. And it's a little bit dark, a little bit kind of weird, but yeah, it's essentially like a medical drama set in the 1800s. But essentially, you know, a medical drama set at turn of the century. It's like House. Cat's going crazy. It's like House set at the turn of the century. It's another one of those that like I didn't want it to end. I wanted more show, even though, you know, it was a little bit graphic, a little gory. It was in kind of gritty. it was also had heartwarming moments and really cool moments. It was just a cool show, and I enjoyed it. Next up was another comfort show while I was healing, and that was Frasier. For, I think, the third rewatch through the entire thing. I also rewatched Wings. Yeah, Frasier's always a good comfort show to just have on while you need something just to laugh and lighten the mood a bit. And I don't know if this would be considered in with entertainment or more into my faith section of the video. So it's going to kind of bridge the gap between the two. But that is the podcast from Pastor Will Wheaton called The Word of the Lord Endures Forever. It is a verse-by-verse podcast. I'm basically doing the commercial verbatim because I hear it so much. But it is a verse-by-verse podcast. Currently, we're going through the Psalms, and it is wonderful. But yeah, it's just him breaking down portions of the Bible, like going through an entire book, little, a few verses at a time, and explaining them. He references the church fathers. He references stuff from the different commentaries and throughout church history. It is one of the most theologically rich podcasts I've ever listened to, and it's short. It's only like 10 minutes, so you're not, it's not an hour plus long that you're sitting there listening to a podcast. It's something you can listen to in the morning as part of your devotional time, and it's just so wonderful, and his personality is so warm. Pastor Will is one of those pastors that you immediately love. He was one of the first Lutheran pastors I ever watched. And I watched him give a tour of his church with 10-minute Bible hour. And when you Google Lutheran church or Lutheran, it's one of the first videos that comes up. And the way he spoke about faith just was like you could hear the Holy Spirit through him. And it was beautiful. So yeah, his podcast, his Bible study is wonderful. I love when he is a guest on any other I love when he's a guest on any podcast because I could just listen to him speak about church history all day and the Bible all day. And I guess that can bring us on over to books. So I've read a couple of books recently. One is the Embracing Your Lutheran Identity. I borrowed this one from my friend Rachel. And this has been a really nice overview of just the history of the Lutheran Church. I mean, we start all the way back at the beginning. Like, it goes through your personal, identity in Christ. Like, it talks about your baptism. And then it relates it all into church history. And, it goes through the whole Reformation up until modern times in the Lutheran Church. So, yeah, it covers everything leading up to now, like how the synods got started in America, and the migration of Germans to the U.S. and how things went during World War II when things were kind of not great. It covers a lot of ground, and it's a really nice overview of the Lutheran Church history. It touches on various aspects. It covers the Enlightenment period, which is kind of my favorite part of the book, was that section, and talking about the scholastics and the more devotional side of things. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good, easy to understand book. I think this is more geared towards probably post-confirmation age, late teens or early 20s. It has study questions, or has discussion questions within it as well. Yeah, it has discussion questions in here, so it would make a really good group project type of book, if you have a book club at your church and you do theological books. It's definitely set up to be really good for that, or to be used in your devotional life, to do a little portion of it a day, go through the discussion questions, because they're not questions that you're going to have a wrong answer to. They're more asking you, what do you think about that? How do you feel about it? Or how do you think that relates to today? It's not things that are going to have a right and wrong answer necessarily. It's just more questions to make you think, and you don't have to even fool with the questions. You can just read the book. And yeah, it's been really fun. I think this is a great introduction to especially the newer Lutherans out there. I see a lot of new people converting on X and on Instagram. Made a lot of new friends. In fact, in that space. So yeah, it's really good for the recent converts and confirmants. I think this is a wonderful little read that's not gonna hurt your brain a whole lot. Like, it's not dense, it's not hard to read, and it's not dry. You know, a lot of theology books and can be heavy. They can be a lot. They can be a little stressful, like, especially if you're trying to sit down and just read like the Book of Concord. It's not an easy read. This is an easy read that's entertaining and kind of fun. And I think it can span the ages and be great for those new confirmation members who are in their teens all the way up to whatever age, and still be enjoyable, and you'll get something from this and learn something from this. I definitely learned a ton, and I'm not somebody it's not like I'm out of the loop on the Lutheran Church history and stuff, and I still learned a lot from this book, because I'm just a nerd like that, and I watch a lot of podcasts and stuff about it, and still was able to learn from that book. And I know it seems thick, but with the discussion questions and stuff, it's actually not that much to read, and it's a very digestible book. Now, something that's a little harder to read, a little less digestible, this one's a little bit of a harder read. That is Cost of Discipleship from Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I read this, I actually listened to an audiobook of this during a trip to Houston while my dad was having a procedure, and then I've kind of finished it up after I got home. And after listening to the audiobook, I felt like I wanted to go back through it again with a physical copy and follow along and reread it, because that's how theologically rich this is and how full this book is. There's so much going on in here that is going to get you in here and just wow. It was written at a very rocky time in history. I don't know if you guys know the history of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, but he was Lutheran pastor in Germany during World War II era. He, 1930s and up. He actually immigrated to the U.S. and went back to fight for the Christian faith and fight against Nazis and to be a good disciple. He did what he was called to do. Because he chose to go back to Germany to fight back and kind of had like a underground church fighting for the faith, the actual Lutheran faith, Christian faith, and fighting for the Jews at the time as well, and against the oppression that was happening and the insanity. All that being said, he did end up in a concentration camp and was executed by the Nazis. And yeah, he has an incredible story, but he has quite a few books that were written throughout this time. And Cost of Discipleship is one of those that really, it calls you to repentance, it convicts you, and it also moves you. And it has that really nice balance of law and gospel in there, where I think when you first start reading it, it's gonna feel very works righteous. But as you get into it, it does a little flipperoo on you where it's like, I see what you did there. And it is one of those books that's going to be challenging, because it's going to tell you stuff that you don't necessarily want to hear. And it's going to calls you to repentance in it. And it is a very theologically rich book that, yeah, I feel like I need to go through it again. And I want to sit down and highlight it. So I recommend Cost of Discipleship. It is, I think, an essential book to be read, especially if you're Lutheran, but any Christian. This should be a essential book to be read as a Christian. It's basically the theology of the cross versus theology of glory. It's hard. It's a hard topic, hard topics, but in the best way. They're incredibly edifying. This is an incredibly edifying book. So highly recommend this one. I am almost done with Life Together by Dietrich Bonhoeffer as well. And this one I found incredibly moving and important and just kind of like, whoa. A lot of those moments where you're just like, oh, look how much I highlight in these. Like, come on. So, yeah, those books are ones that I have read recently that I want to recommend to you. We'll come back to life together once I finish that one. I'll give you a firm review of it, and maybe we can do a faith get ready with me video. Kind of focus in a little bit more on that, and maybe on Diedrich a bit. Okay, something else that I've been really, really faithful with and enjoying daily is the Treasury of Daily Prayer. That is a devotional lectionary tool that I have the app version of it, which is through Concordia Press. It's I think it's like $8 a year, or you can buy the physical copy of the book. It's easier for me just to have it on my phone, because for travel or whatever, or if I just want to read it on the go, I can. And then I make notes in my book here and in my Bible of everything that I read in it. So what it is a daily devotional that has 3 scripture readings. It has a psalm. It has Old Testament, New Testament readings. You kind of work your way through the Bible, and it will also include a daily writing, which could be a sermon. It could be a writing from a church father, something I taken from a commentary, parts of the Book of Concord. Like, it goes all the way back to like where it'll have like St. John Chrysostom or somebody like that in there, or it could be just a beautiful devotional piece for the writing. It really depends. And if it's a feast day or commemoration day, there's going to be a special portion for that in there as well. So you do get to learn a little bit of church history, and it follows, of course, the liturgical calendar, which is really nice. And it has a hymn of the day in there, suggested reading from the Book of Concord. It's a really well-rounded tool for daily devotionals. It's what I use in the morning for my kind of quiet time, Bible time, study time, whatever, start the day with. It's what I go to for that, and it's been a wonderful tool, and it's kind of put everything in one place for me and made it a lot kind of streamlined things. So yeah, that's become a very enjoyable part of my day, because it ends up becoming more than just reading through the scripture. I end up going to the commentaries and seeing, well, what's that mean? Or I wanted to see what, if there's some pertinent information about that within the commentaries, which I love to do. And I like to look at quotes from church fathers and stuff, and like Augustine or Martin Luther, what they have to say about something. It's fun to me. I really enjoy doing that. I like to nerd out with my theology, so that has been just a great way to do it. And it's a really just nice resource to have it all in one place like that. Between that and the Lutheran Study Bible app, yes, it's great for on the go too. If you don't have time to be at home at your desk and have your a million books around you open. So something else I do want to mention that was something that I really loved was going on my first retreat with the ladies at my church and some ladies from all over the country. In fact, it was just a bunch of us loud Lutheran ladies together, and it was 3 wonderful days is what it was. We stayed at a beautiful old Catholic school that now operates as a retreat, but they still have like the priests there and stuff. The food was included. It was all delicious. I've spoke about in a vlog and in a special, like a Sunday morning get ready with me video, which I'll link over here if you want like more in-depth details. But that was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had, and it was that glimpse of the new creation, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. And on top of that, I was able to go to our district convention this year for the LWML, which was so much fun. It's my first time I've ever gone to a convention. And this was not like, national or anything, but it was still pretty big because it's the district. It's Louisiana, Mississippi. And it was so much fun. It was I think 3 days as well, and Bible study, just church, LWML business stuff, mission grants. I went as a delegate, so I got to vote on things and do important stuff, and that was really fun. And just getting to make friends with other women in the same faith tradition, and that it was just a lot of fun. And I got to bond with some of the ladies from church. Particularly got to bond with one of them because we rode together, and this was, we were in the car together nearly 4 hours, and it was so nice. We talked the whole way, yapping away, and it was like, I started thinking, are you my mom? Were we like separated at birth or something? Like, did you lose me in the hospital or something? Because I feel like you're supposed to be my mom. It was such a wonderful experience, like so much in common. It was a lot of girl same. I thoroughly enjoyed spending time with her because we end up having so much in common, like so much in common. And in a couple of days, I'm going to be going to a regional rally. I think so. It's going to be zone rally. That's what it is. A couple hours north from me. I'm having so much fun with all this fellowship, lady, girl time, sisterhood stuff. I'm having so much fun with all of this conventions, rallies, retreats, and fellowship, and spending time with other women in the faith. It's just, I did not realize how much I would enjoy that, because I was typically kind of a loner. And one of the little realizations that I had not too long ago was like, that's not an option for the Christian life, for the baptismal life. It is not an option to be a loner. You're either all in or you're not. You're either in or you're out. And yeah, that was one of the things, like, I didn't have a choice. It was like, no, you're in this, and you're a part of this community now, and these are your sisters and your brothers, and this is your life now. And it's such a dramatic change from from before, and it's surprising, and I'm still kind of learning my place a little bit with everything and how to socialize. And yeah, I don't feel like I have to be anyone but myself, though. And that's what's been so cool, is that I'm just me, and they just accept me, and I don't feel like I have to put on any airs or anything. I can just be who I am, and it's fine. It's so freeing, so very freeing, actually. That was some really wonderful experiences I had. Now, something I've been enjoying doing that has been such a wonderful little hobby. Back last Christmas, I picked up a little $5 embroidery kit from Five Below. I'll put a picture of my first little project here, because we had just gotten our kitty cat Laz, and I found that, and I was like, ooh, I can make a little thing that looks like him. Let's just say embroidery has become such a wonderful hobby for me, and such a relaxing, centering thing to do. It is one of my favorite things to do in the evening to wind down, is to sit down and do some stitching. I put on a show or a podcast or whatever. Particularly like putting on a nice show to watch. It's like Downton Abbey was so perfect for that. And I either sit right in here with my new little bright lamp, or I sit next to my husband in his office and work on a project. I usually have more than one project going at a time now. I've become that person that has more than one embroidery project. I just finished up a Mother's Day one for my mother-in-law. I'm working on one for our deaconess, just because she does so many wonderful things, and I want to do something for her. And yeah, I've got a bunch of old kind of liturgical patterns or ecclesiastical patterns I found online, like some antique ones and stuff. That's really what I enjoy embroidering the most, is ecclesiastical designs, like stuff that was on, like that would be on like a stole or on the altar, stuff like that. I really enjoy embroidering those designs a lot and doing very theologically rich embroidery. That has been very, very fun to do to me. And this is the one that I'm currently working on. I'm experimenting with color and kind of the more painting side of things. I just got some bigger frames as well. But yeah, this is what I'm currently working on here. This was my Easter piece, and I got like 1 week left of Easter season, so I need to wrap it up. But there we go. If you can see the color and kind of what we got going on here. I am stitching over this black outline because I don't like it. So anyway, yeah, I'm having fun kind of just painting and experimenting and playing. I just bought a ton of cheap thread just to experiment with and play. And when I'm doing something particular, I do like the DMC thread the best. So that has been a wonderful new hobby for the last few months, and I love it so much. It's so, I don't know, but it tickles the right parts of my brain. I've also been learning German, which has been really fun, and definitely I think been good for my brain to keep it active and engaged. I feel like I've noticed kind of a little bit more of a cognitive improvement by having that little bit of a challenge of learning a new language. And it's been really fun. I mean, I'm just using Duolingo, but I'm how many days in am I? Like 200 something days. I'm on level 27 is all, but still. I am having so much fun with that. And I can read it fairly well. Most of the German stuff I can read. My pronunciation sucks. I'm not good. I can barely pronounce English, so it's a struggle for me. But yeah, reading it and kind of hearing it is still a little hard. But yeah, I'm enjoying just being able to read and translate sentences. So now when I come across some of like a random old Lutheran stuff, I can actually like pick up some of the words and understand what I'm seeing, and it's really cool. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun learning German. Anyway, I know today was a long one. We did a lot of chatting because we haven't had a good favorites video in a hot minute, so we need to sit down and talk about some things. What have you been loving recently? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. May the peace of the Lord be with you always. Bye now.